Carl Jung explained that there are 13 signs indicating that your aura might be too powerful for most people to handle. If people avoid you, feel jealous, or become strangely unsettled in your presence, it's not about your attitude, it's the energy you emit. Jung understood that when your inner light shines brightly, it does more than inspire others. It exposes the truths they have long hidden from themselves. Your aura is much more than a mystical glow or the colorful field often depicted in spiritual art. In the realm of depth psychology championed by Jung, your aura represents the invisible energetic signature you consciously or unconsciously project into the world. It's not just about what people see at first glance. It's about the deep emotional and psychological impact you have on those around you. When your aura is particularly strong, it disturbs others not because you're doing something wrong, but because you embody a rare, raw authenticity that many find difficult to face. Jung didn't use the word aura in its traditional spiritual sense. Instead, his concepts of the psyche, the unconscious and the collective unconscious, imply that we are more than just minds or personalities. We are fields of influence. Each person is a complex system of conscious identity, shadow elements, repressed desires, and archetypal energies inherited from humanity. When someone has integrated more of their unconscious material, what Jung called individuation, they radiate a presence that isn't just something they wear like clothing, but emanates from within. This is your aura, the psychological, emotional, and even spiritual weight you carry into every space before you speak or act. Jung once said, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls." This is central to understanding why your powerful aura causes discomfort. When you walk into a room with high-frequency energy, authenticity, emotional depth, and radical self-awareness, you act as a mirror, reflecting back to others what they are avoiding within themselves. To someone disconnected from their truth, being around someone who lives authentically can be unsettling. It reminds them of what they are avoiding. Imagine walking into a gathering full of masked people, and you are the only one without a mask. Your mere presence becomes a threat. This isn't because you are hostile. Rather, your radiance reveals the artificiality and illusions around others, even if they don't realize it. Often, this disturbance isn't overt but subtle. People may fidget, avoid eye contact, or overreact to your opinions. Some may criticize you as too intense or too deep, while others admire you from afar but feel unable to approach. These reactions aren't about you. They're about how others feel in your energetic field. According to Jung, all human beings project parts of their unconscious onto others, a process called psychological projection. When someone with a strong aura enters a space, their presence can interfere with these projections. Many prefer to deal with their unresolved emotions by attributing them to someone else, such as projecting insecurity, anger, or fear outwardly. But when your aura is strong, it challenges those unconscious illusions. Your authenticity invalidates their false stories. Jung wrote about the danger and responsibility that come with becoming whole, because it disturbs the false narratives others cling to. Especially in social or professional settings, your energy might quietly challenge norms or power dynamics without speech, making you be labeled as too much, spiritual, intense, or complicated, when in fact you're simply aligned with your truth. The more integrated your psyche becomes, the more unified your energy feels, creating resonance or dissonance in others depending on their own level of individuation, shadow work, and internal healing. The formation of a powerful aura develops through shadow work, which Jung described as bringing the unconscious into consciousness. Shadow aspects include all the parts of ourselves we've been taught to hide: anger, grief, fear, envy, and even power. Society often urges us to suppress these qualities, believing it makes us good people. But suppression leads to internal fragmentation. When you engage in shadow work, you reclaim these disowned parts, forgive what you've hidden, and love what you once despised. As healing unfolds, your aura stabilizes and strengthens. You no longer carry chaotic, repressed energies because they've been processed, resulting in a radiant presence that others can feel, sometimes even without understanding why. Jung believed that individuation, the integration of unconscious, and conscious parts creates what he called the self, a force greater than the ego that radiates wholeness. When you reach that state, your aura no longer reflects fragmentation. It emits coherence, which feels powerful and magnetic, but can also be unsettling for those who haven't undergone the same process. There's another layer to Jung's theories, explaining this disturbance, the collective unconscious. Jung proposed that all humans are connected through a shared reservoir of archetypes, instincts, and primal knowledge. This means your presence isn't just individual, it resonates with collective symbols and patterns. If you have a powerful aura, it's likely you're embodying one or more Jungian archetypes: the sage, the warrior, the healer, the rebel, or the seer. These archetypes carry enormous energy within the collective unconscious. When you activate one of these archetypes in someone else, a healer archetype, for example, they respond not only to you, but to the collective patterns your presence awakens. Some people may unconsciously want to confess their pain. Others may resist out of fear of being seen, and some may feel threatened or competitive. These reactions are primal, ancient responses that happen beneath conscious awareness and can intensify the disturbance caused by your aura. It's not just individual egos that are unsettled. Cultural and ancestral patterns also react. Different backgrounds, personalities, and beliefs may evoke similar responses because they aren't about who you are. They're reactions to your energetic imprint, touching deep-seated collective memories. Authenticity in this context is a disruptive force. In a world that values conformity, living with integrity and authenticity becomes an act of rebellion. When you live with authenticity, when your thoughts, feelings, and actions align, you become rare. And rarity disturbs those whose lives are built on imitation. Jung often warned about the danger of the persona, the mask we wear to gain social approval. Most people never remove that mask, but when someone with a powerful, unmasked presence appears, they threaten the entire facade. This doesn't mean you want to cause disruption. Often those with powerful auras are quiet, empathetic, and introspective. Their mere existence challenges others to see that they don't need to diminish themselves, pretend, or wear masks to be whole. This message can be unsettling for those not ready to confront their own truths. The signs of such a powerful aura include how it shifts the atmosphere around you. You can change the energy of a room simply by entering it. People may stop talking or look up as soon as you arrive, even if you don't say anything. The mood can shift dramatically without warning because your energetic field arrives ahead of you, setting a new tone. Jung emphasized that the internal state influences the external environment, meaning your energy is contagious. If you carry a centered, clear, and emotionally strong presence, you can elevate or disturb the environment. Animals and children instinctively sense this. They grow quiet or curious around you, sensing depth beneath the surface. This is because their response isn't intellectual, but energetic, an innate recognition of authenticity and safety. Your calm and presence act as a mirror reflecting people's unresolved inner conflicts, which can trigger deep conversations or emotional outbursts without warning. Sometimes, strangers may suddenly open up to you about their traumas or fears. Your aura acts as an emotional tuning fork, resonating with what's hidden beneath their surface. Jung described the unconscious as the storehouse of all rejected or forgotten aspects of ourselves. When a powerful, grounded aura interacts with a strongly defended psyche, it can stir chaos, surprising confessions, confrontations, or emotional upheavals. Some may thank you for helping them realize something about themselves, while others may accuse you of manipulation or interference, even if you haven't intended to do so. This is the burden of a strong aura. You become a catalyst, often unwittingly. The same fire that warms some can burn others. It all depends on their emotional maturity. The key is compassion, recognizing that their reactions reveal what they need to confront within. But it's also crucial to protect your energy. You don't have to fix everyone. Your role isn't to save or heal, but to serve as a mirror and a trigger for growth. Maintain strong boundaries to prevent energy depletion and avoid absorbing others' unresolved pain. Ground yourself before entering new spaces. Visualize protective light and decide what energy you allow in. Learn to Observe without internalizing, acknowledging and releasing what isn't yours. Set clear emotional boundaries too. Just because someone wants your time or validation doesn't mean they're entitled to it. You are not a therapist or emotional dumping ground. It's okay to walk away from those who repeatedly leave you, feeling drained or anxious. Saying no without guilt is part of maintaining your power. When you become too available or overgiving, you risk diluting your energy and polluting your aura, which diminishes its clarity and strength. Your aura isn't a prize, it's a sacred responsibility. Jung emphasized that wholeness isn't about feeling superior, it's about living genuinely. As you deepen your self-awareness, heal your wounds, and align with your higher purpose, your energy shifts automatically, stilling your mind, calming your nervous system, and radiating passion and peace. However, this power must be stewarded carefully. It's not about showcasing dominance, but about serving something greater, whether that's healing, truth, awakening, or protection. When your aura aligns with a higher purpose, it becomes a channel rather than a burden. It's important to remember that your energy is a mirror for others, revealing who they are not because you are better, but because you are clearer. Clearing your field of noise, false stories, and dependency amplifies this clarity, making your presence an agent of awakening rather than an egoic display. Using your energy for personal gain, whether for power, attention, or control, pollutes. This clarity weakens the aura and invites karmic imbalance. Your task is to treat your aura as a sacred force, a tool for awakening rather than an egoic weapon. It exists to serve a purpose beyond the self. Protecting your field means practicing discernment, knowing who and what deserves access to your energy. Grounding practices before entering chaotic or emotionally charged spaces are essential. Breathe deeply, feel your feet on the ground, visualize protective light, and consciously decide what enters your space. Stand firm in your boundaries, honor your needs, and avoid absorbing energy that doesn't belong to you. Remember that your aura's strength isn't about being aloof or isolated, it's about refining your energy to resonate with your higher purpose. When you do, you serve others not by doing everything for them, but by embodying standing power and clarity. You are not here to be everyone's savior. You are here to catalyze growth, to reflect truth, and to hold space for transformation. Your presence invites honesty and vulnerability, but it also requires discernment, knowing when to engage and when to step back. Regularly carve out time for solitude and self-reflection. This isn't loneliness, but a practice of psychic hygiene that helps you detach from collective energies and keep your field pure. Shadow work, nurturing your inner child, and embodied movement are essential for maintaining a resilient, integrated energy system. Grounding and emotional balance are ongoing practices. As Jung emphasized, wholeness involves embracing all aspects of yourself, including the dark and the light. When you reach that internal balance, your energy exudes a quiet, magnetic power that draws others in. It's not about dominance or impressiveness. It's about simply being whole. When you embody your truth and live in alignment with your higher purpose, your aura becomes a vessel for awakening and transformation, both for yourself and others. Your energy is not random. It's an expression of your divine nature, and your discomfort with a world full of masks and pretense signals that you are here to help change it. By embracing your power with humility, setting boundaries, and serving a greater purpose, you honor the sacred gift of your unique vibration.